Imagine yourself sitting in front of a law enforcement computer, the screen displaying a global map. With a click, concentrated red dots pop up, and the screen slowly transforms from distinct country borders to a blanket of red, as each dot is an IP address that displays the live trading and viewing of child pornography. These red markers signify heinous crimes that do not only exist in foreign countries or disadvantaged communities, but also in our own. Good morning, my name is Caroline Casey, and I will be discussing the fight against online child exploitation. An online form of child exploitation, child pornography is defined by the United States Department of Justice as, quote, any visual depiction of sexually explicit conduct involving a minor, end quote. While the name aims to identify horrific crimes against children, it does not begin to demonstrate the depravity of these heinous acts. These images and videos depict sexual abuse and torture against children ranging from prepubescent tweens to toddlers and infants. Online offenders, or pedophiles, include those who view, collect, make, or distribute child pornography, and those who use online resources for hands-on abuse. With the prevalence of internet and social media, child pornography cases have risen exponentially over the past decade. Abuse is facilitated by accessibility, affordability, and anonymity in the virtual world, and according to the Child Rescue Coalition, about, quote, 85% of online offenders are also hands-on abusers of children, end quote. In 1998, there were over 3,000 reports of online child exploitation, while in the past year, 18.5 million cases and 45 million illegal images were reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Analysts at Child Exploitation Investigations report a 25% increase in reported images each year. Across the globe, a majority of countries have taken action, while others have yet to enforce laws to protect victims. Although reports and images continue to increase, 53 countries still do not criminalize online child exploitation or have laws to protect children involved. Some of these countries include Ghana, Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Iran, and Pakistan. In the United States, law enforcement is overwhelmed with evidence as they attempt to investigate and analyze reported cases without adequate funding. After Congress passed the monumental Protect Our Children Act of 2008, law enforcement hoped it would increase investigation of online child exploitation. The U.S. law promoted a national strategy and an improved task force for fighting against online exploitation, as well as authorizing $60 million for investigation funding. However, only half of the capital is annually approved. Shown through graphs created by the New York Times, U.S. reports of online exploitation have significantly grown, and arrests increased slightly since 2008, while federal funding has remained the same. Technology companies greatly impact the growth of online child abuse. However, they may also impede investigation of predators. While companies are legally obligated to report child pornography, they are not obligated to search for it on their platforms. Online predators in the United States thrive in the smartphone and social media protection they receive not only from dark websites such as Backpage.com, but from platforms including Facebook Messenger and Dropbox. In one example, after Tumblr alerted authorities of abuse images, they alerted the account owner, who destroyed evidence before police could access it. After discovery of a video on Facebook Messenger showing the sexual assault of a 6-year-old, Mark Zuckerberg commented on Facebook's continued use of encryption and its effects on online child exploitation. He shared that, quote, encryption is a powerful tool for privacy, but that includes the privacy of people doing bad things, end quote. As online child abuse has shown to thrive by predator abuse online, it is important to recognize that predators that live in the greater Philadelphia area. In September of 2019, the former Radnor Township Board of Commissioners president, Philip Ayer, was sentenced to 151 months in prison for possession of child pornography. This past February, Patrick Lomax, a prominent Delaware County criminal defense lawyer, was charged with, quote, 48 counts of photographing, videotaping, or depicting on a computer sexual acts of a child under the age of 18 and possessing child pornography, end quote, according to the Delco Times. District Attorney Jack Stolzmeyer commented on the case, stating it was disturbing as, quote, "He held himself out in court every day as someone who was standing up for justice, and in fact he was committing crimes going back years, some of the most disgusting and disturbing crimes imaginable," end quote. The abuse by these local predators proved that our community is not immune from online child exploitation. Technology has also advanced predator tracking and investigation. With headquarters in Boca Raton, Florida, the Child Rescue Coalition is an organization that has emerged with a tracking technology developed by Hank Asher, the father of data fusion. The technology shows the world map, pinpointing live locations of online child exploitation with red dots. Since its founding, the Child Rescue Coalition's technology has contributed to the arrest of over 12,000 predators and a rescue of over 2,800 children. PhotoDNA, created by Microsoft in 2009, has also become a significant resource for tracking child pornography on online platforms. Rather than sorting through and reviewing thousands of videos, PhotoDNA allows analysts to track illegal content in 1 or 2 minutes. In photos and videos, this technology can break down the content into single frames and find exploitation images that have been altered. A third source of technology that has made an impact on combating online child exploitation is artificial intelligence. Created by Dutch charity Terre des Hommes, Sweetie is a virtual 10-year-old Filipino girl that tracks pedophiles through presence on online chat rooms. During a 10-week investigation, more than 10,000 people contacted Sweetie, and 1,000 people were able to be identified, according to CNET. Sweetie not only gave law enforcement time to track predators, but through realistic artificial intelligence, many chat room predators volunteered evidence, including their social media profiles, phone numbers, and other personal information. Although investigations to expose and arrest predators supports the initial rescuing of children, an important issue in the fight against online child exploitation is the rehabilitation of children traumatized from their abuse. As a result of the digital age, children are faced not only with the initial abuse, but many are re-victimized by knowing that the record of their abuse continues to be distributed online. Child development research also shows that child sexual abuse often causes interference with brain development. Many children who experience trauma from online exploitation develop physical diseases and compromised immune systems, triggering chronic illnesses that include diabetes, anxiety, and depression, as stated by CQ Australia. While the impact of trauma is severe and life-altering, trauma therapy can work toward rehabilitation. Ekpat and the Praetor Foundation are two organizations that focus on helping children abused in online exploitation. Through work in expressive emotional therapy, education, and justice support services, many rescued children have been able to find healing. For the past 3 years, I have been a volunteer and fundraising organizer for the Child Rescue Coalition. Over those years, I have learned about the prevalence of online exploitation in the United States. The Child Rescue Coalition's work in aiding law enforcement investigation inspires me to be an advocate for children affected by these crimes. Furthermore, I have been motivated through their work to promote technology to stop the spread of child pornography and to research solutions for children affected by trauma. Donating to organizations such as the Child Rescue Coalition is a solution for community members to contribute toward progress in rescuing more children and taking down sites that promote heinous violence toward them. Through this assembly, I hope it is evident that online exploitation of children is a relevant issue, even in our own communities, and it must be addressed to protect the innocence of survivors. Thank you.